Alright. I'm gonna go through the introductions again. I know we've already gone through them, but we've got race number 25 of 29 here in the 1988 Throwbacks. We're going to Charlotte. We have 3 drivers competing for the championship. They're only 20 points away from each other. Richmond's got the lead. Wallace 5 points behind him. Earnhardt 15 points behind Wallace. Now let's go to the race. I keep forgetting that I can't do these live streams without restarting my computer. Every single time, even if I just boot it up and I have it running for maybe 20-30 minutes, I still have to restart and go back to the stream. Otherwise, it just lags and lags and lags, or just decides to not stream at all. So now we've got Dale Earnhardt on pole. You know what, honestly, that's probably a good thing, because I probably would have had to have both Morgan Shepherd and Michael Waltrip have an injury from the wrecks. Anyways, top 10, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott, Terry Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd, Davey Allison, Phil Parsons, Alan Kowicki, and Tim Richmond rounding out the top 10. And I know the... There it is. Alright. There we go. The command's been given. These cars are going to get underway. And I've already got problems. It doesn't want to happen. It just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to play ball with me tonight. Okay. Okay. We're actually good to go here. Awesome. Anyways, I would like to tell you that the stream is completely frozen once again, and my streaming is still deciding to not work. There we go. We've at least got some kind of... No? Maybe? No, it still wants to lag like crazy. Just doesn't want to stream at all. Probably because this is up. As soon as I close that, I bet everything's gonna be okay. Yep. Alright, so I can't monitor comments while I'm streaming. I'll be right back. Well, Joy, you're joining us right as soon as a lot of cars are spinning out. So let's try to figure out what happened. HB Bailey, oh boy, Michael Waltrip's gonna take another hit here. Hard into the retaining barrier goes the 10 of Ken Bouchard. But the key here, everyone drives away. That's the key difference there. Alright, so now we got pit stops. Oh! Easy, Wallace. And once again, Davey Allison's going to get out first. So, why not? Yep. And we got a bunch of people who didn't pit. Well, not a bunch of people. We got 4 people who didn't pit. I shouldn't say a bunch. So Ricky Rudd, Cale Yarborough, and we've got Ricky Rudd, Cale Yarborough, Jeff Bodine, and Ernie Irvin all decided to not pit on the last go-through. We got Davey Allison leading out all the drivers that did pit. Tim Richmond second, Dale Earnhardt third, Bobby Allison fourth. And now Bill Elliott's the one that's stuck on pit road. Huh. So, while that's going on, I'm going to try to manage the comments from my phone, because that was actually a request, is that, oh, you can't read the... My computer has issues. That's all I'm going to say, is that my computer has problems. Okay. Oh, I'm logged in on my alternate account. Oh well. Who cares? Sucks to be me. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to play any audio either. So the lights are now off on the pace car. Here's how they're going to line up. Both Ken Reagan and Ken Bouchard end up exiting the race. Bill Elliott and Jim Sauter are 1 lap down. They're both still stuck on pit road. So we've only got 38 cars that are still on the track and active. Your top 10 is the following. We've got Ricky Rudd in first, Cale Yarborough second, Jeff Bodine third, Ernie Irvin fourth, Davey Allison, here's where the people that pit started, Davey Allison in fifth, Tim Richmond sixth, Dale Earnhardt seventh, Bobby Allison in eighth, AJ Foyt in ninth, and Alan Kowicki rounding out the top 10. For those who are wondering, Rusty Wallace is 12th. And right now, considering Earnhardt has led a lap and Tim Richmond has not, their points difference is not going to change. It's still going to be 20 points. Here comes Bill Elliott to restart with the group. How about that for a comeback? He quickly got his car out there. I got to give him credit for that. He quickly got his car back out there. I think that'll actually put him right back on the lead lap. Hey, that would be a great save if he was actually able to do that. Here comes Jeff Bodine for the time being. Ricky Rudd slams the door shut. Elliott slides up the track. And Rudd's going to enjoy some time here at the front of the pack. Indeed, it seems so. It looked like the yellow flag is back out, so give Elliott the lap. Oh! Davey Allison hard into the retaining wall with Tim Richmond, and Rusty Wallace spins out, and he gets T-boned by the 11. So big problems for 2 out of the championship 3. Big problems. Also, Michael Waltrip. Yeah. Big problems here on the front straightaway. Looks like the biggest problems for the 17. Let's figure out what happened. Oh boy. Morgan Shepherd goes right into the wall. Darrell Waltrip takes a hard lick off the wall. Man, that is almost a driver's side T-bone there. And Waltrip just pinballs off of numerous cars before coming to a stop on the front straightaway. That was a big problem. And now to review what happened with the 25 and 27. Obviously the 25 is still out there. Let's try to figure out what happened here. Oh, Davey Allison and Tim Richmond just go into the wall. And Allison just brings the 27 down with him. Nowhere for Terry Labonte to go. He just whacks into the 27. And that will actually end Rusty Wallace's day. That's it. That's it for Wallace. Championship-wise, that's it for him. That will end Wallace's day. That also ended Davey Allison's day, obviously. At least he was able to drive away from the incident. But Richmond is still out there. He is indeed out there. The question is, where is he? 19th. And Earnhardt's out there in 8th. There goes the lights off on the pace car. One more lap of caution. That means we get to review who is in the top 10. And we've got some interesting names in the top 10, that's for certain. Definitely not names that you're going to see every single week, so wait until you hear this batch. So Ricky Rudd leading in what has to be a breathing finally for him. Alan Kowicki in second. Bobby Allison in third in his very last race here at Charlotte. Bobby Allison is denoted as the king of Charlotte Motor Speedway with 6 career victories here, including one last year, actually. Phil Parsons in fourth. Jeff Bodine in fifth. Cale Yarbrough in his last Charlotte race. He's up into 6th. AJ Foyt 7th. Dale Earnhardt 8th. Bobby Hillen Jr. 9th. And Morgan Shepherd, who was involved a little bit in that last incident, he is in 10th. And again, Tim Richmond is in 19th, and Rusty Wallace is out of the race. It looks like he's going to finish 33rd. Anyways, the green flag is back out here from Charlotte, and we are underway. Lap number 12 of 84. Here comes Alan Kowicki. He's won here at Charlotte before. He won the Coca-Cola World 600, not this year, but last year. No, this year. Did he? No, it was last year that he won it. Last year, it was a little bit of a fluke, but he won the race, no doubt about it. Clean as a whistle. And man, Kowicki looks like he's got a bit of a fast car today as well. Of course, all cards are going to be off the table once that 3 car comes up here. My goodness, it looks like Earnhardt's got a very fast piece of machinery today. When is he not? That is honestly a really good question. that Earnhardt car gets into the lead, he is going to pull away and he is going to lead a lot of laps. Doesn't look like he's getting to the lead right now. Ricky Rudd was doing a really good job of holding back Earnhardt there. And Alan Kowicki is doing a pretty good job here as the leader, trying to keep the 3 car and anyone else behind him. I think he's going to be out of luck on this straightaway, though, because here comes Dale. Oh, he's going to have him beat through 3 and 4. And Jeff Bodine couldn't make it stick, so Kowicki will fall back to position 2, and Dale Earnhardt will go to the lead. And man, Earnhardt can cause some serious damage if he can stay in the lead here. He can probably wrap up a 3rd championship today if he were to do so. If you haven't been around for the 1984, 85, 86, and 87 throwbacks, my question is, where have you been? We'll just give you a little overview. The 1984 throwbacks champion was Bill Elliott. 1985 throwbacks champion was Darrell Waltrip. 1986 champ Earnhardt, and 1987 champ Tim Richmond. Here in 1988 right now, boy, Earnhardt's looking like a good candidate. Especially since Richmond is only up to the 16th position as another yellow flag has come out. And here's Elliott. Oh boy. And Richmond has been losing positions like crazy. Meanwhile, Elliott's been slowly increasing his position. Looks like Harry Gant was one of the victims this time around. Let's figure out what happened. Brad T gets into the wall. Harry Gant, oh, he just gets tight in the middle of the corner. Bierschwald knocks him around. And Ernie Irvan gets into the back of him. Nowhere for Irvan to go there. Meanwhile, pit stops. Earnhardt's getting out here. From what I saw, it looks like Jeff Bodine's going to lead everyone up off of pit road. Sorry about the blank commentary here. I'm kind of zoning out here in the middle of the race, honestly. But then again, it's a yellow flag. There's really nothing to report on. Well, pace car is here. Lights out. There we go. And now we've only got one more lap of caution. We're going to get this restarted on lap number 21, which is the exactly 1/4 mark of this race. 27 cars are still on the track, 28 cars on the lead lap. The way that things are shaping up right now, Dale Earnhardt is going to take a rather sizable points lead at the end of this race. Again, he was 20 behind Richmond now. Wallace finishing 33rd. He's probably going to end up about 100 points down on whoever the points leader is at the end of this race. If they end up finishing in the top 5, we don't know. All three of the points guys, all three of the points leaders, they can end up having a bad day. And then you know who takes advantage all of a sudden? Because Bill Elliott will all of a sudden gain 100 points on everybody. Instead of a 250 point deficit, it's got a 150 point deficit. That's usually not how things work in this game, though. And we've got a green flag. Man, Tim Richmond's all the way back in 23rd position. Earnhardt's looking to take a dominant points lead at the end of this race. Jeff Bodine trying to hold off the 3 car. I don't even think that's going to happen for a full lap. And there you go. Earnhardt's back to the lead. And there's probably going to be no looking back here. Well, probably somebody a little unsung here. How about this? Ken Schrader. Somebody who has been disappearing for the entirety of this season. Where has he been? Seriously, where has Schrader been this entire season? Now here he is. He's up in the top 5. Yeah, you can't beat that. He's just all of a sudden up in the top 5. He's doing really well for himself. Go Schrader. I'll definitely agree with that. Go Schrader. Cutting on back here. Oh, we got a car around. It's Joe Ruttman off the inside retaining barrier. He gets back going quick. No caution. Nice. Meanwhile, I don't think Tim Richmond has the speed after that accident. 20th. Ooh, Dale Jarrett in the wall. Looks like the 25 is going to get by. And now Elliott's probably going to start working on these guys. He got stuck out on the high lane, and usually when that happens here at Charlotte, you go way back. The low lane is the king here. And these guys are going 3 abreast at this track. And you can see that there's not a whole lot of room here. Ken Schrader in the wall. Elliott continues to advance his position. We know that Elliott's got an extremely fast car. He's turned by far the fastest lap out of anybody today. Look out, Ruttman! Whoa! That was close. I think Elliott did get a piece of him. We'll find out. Buddy Baker in the wall. Yep, and Elliott's just picking off these guys one by one. Or in this case, 3 at a time. 4, 5 at a time. What a move by Bill. Elliott just made a fantastic move. He just passed 5 guys in one corner. Into the top 5 does go Elliott. That was That was just awesome. We got Phil Parsons in, not Phil Parsons, Larry Pearson in the wall, and he's going spinning down the back straightaway. Cale Yarborough, Phil Parsons, the actual Phil Parsons, also involved. Ken Schrader involved as well. And more beating and banging because NASCAR. Earnhardt leads. Let's not do that. Get off my screen. Thank you. Okay, there we go. But I'm going to get out in front again. Might be interesting to see. Here we go. Pit stops happening again. And, of course, the string throws again. And Alan Quicky's going to get out first. Elliott out second. Rudd out third. Bodine out fourth. Issues on the 3 team there. They had a really slow pit stop. Kowicki out first. So we've got Buddy Baker and Mark Martin here up front. Oh, good. Oh, Tim Richmond has just hit the garage. He's out. Wow. It is. But Tim Richmond's probably going to end up finishing in the high 20s because of all the accidents that have happened. So Richmond finally takes his exit. Mark Martin and Buddy Baker, they're on the tail end of the lead lap. It looks like Tim Richmond's going to finish 22nd. Man. We knew that we were going to get a wreck fest here, but I didn't expect anything this large. Yeah, this race is always an interesting wild card, and will probably always be an interesting wild card, but yeah, it's usually not a wild card to this degree. And again, the beneficiary here, Dale Earnhardt. It's not going to gain too much on Tim Richmond. All that Richmond can hope for is that Earnhardt gets turned into the wall. That's all that Richmond can hope for here. Meanwhile, other than Dale Earnhardt, you've got Bill Elliott. He's going to run away with this thing if he gets into the front. God. That 9 car is so fast, it's not even funny. And I know that 9 car is fast. Right now, though, the leader, the owner-driver, Alan Kowicki. Can he make it back-to-back 2-win seasons? I mean, hey, that would be pretty good. He got his first win this year at Talladega, could potentially expand it to a 4-win career. And that's pretty good for an owner driver, but how about 4 wins in 2 years? That's really good. He's probably also going to get a top 10 points finish this year, too. It's been a great year for Kawicki. Green flag is out. Yeah, I don't think anybody quite expected Kawicki to be this good this year. But he has been. He's been actually really good all year long. Consistently good. And right now, Kawicki's doing what he needs to defend the lead. Against 2 cars that, well, let's be honest, are faster. Ooh, Earnhardt trying to make it 3 wide. He will make it 3 wide. Oh, no, he won't. Rudd shut the door. But he can't keep it shut. Earnhardt bumps him out of the way. Rudd way up the track. Earnhardt way underneath. And now Kawicki's going to try to retake Rudd for second, and it looks like he's going to get there. Meanwhile, Earnhardt goes solidly back to the point. And no, now it looks like Kawicki's losing steam, and Rudd's going to try to make it all the way back on the outside lane. That is a ridiculously fast car if Rudd can do that. That is a ridiculously fast car. Either that or Kawicki's got no straight line speed at all. It wouldn't surprise me here. I think the 26 is going to have him cleared here going into turn 1. He will. Maybe not. Not quite. And we got a really good battle going on. You see Sterling Marlin back there. He'll take the 4th position away from Bobby Allison. And now Kawicki looks like he's starting to make some forward progress. 3 wide. 4 wide. Look out. Rudd backs off. We've got Sterling Marlin way down low, challenging for the 2nd position. Can he get there? Mark Martin off the wall. Right now, the 7 of Kawicki, he's got it good. He should have everyone cleared here. He indeed does. So Kawicki moves into 2nd. Sterling Marlin in 3rd, but how quickly is Elliott going to gobble these guys up? The answer is probably going to be extremely quick. Elliott typically does not mess around with this stuff at all, and you know he's got a fast car. Look out, we've got a slow car now. Slow car, Cale Yarborough. And now what happens? That really slowed Earnhardt up, and you can bet that Ricky Rudd too, probably, but Bill Elliott is starting to taste the blood. He's in 2nd place. He's going to really try to run Dale Earnhardt down here. Watch this. I'm telling you, Elliott's got the car to beat today. And it's not often that we see the 9 car go this fast. The 9 car is, well, right now he's not making up any ground on Dale Earnhardt. If anything, Earnhardt's pulling away a bit. And it shows you the advantage of clean air potentially here. Well, we'll find out. We know that Elliott's capable of having an extremely fast car. The fact that maybe Ricky Rudd's dragging him down a little bit. It's also that probability as well. And it does indeed look like Earnhardt is pulling away. Not a lot, but just a bit by bit every lap. We've got a slow car. Buddy Baker, oh, gets right in the way of Earnhardt. And gets right in the way of Elliott. Here comes everybody. Elliott's going to go for the lead here. Coming up off of turn 4. Can't get it. He's right on the back of the 3 of Earnhardt. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. He's going to try for it right here in turn 1. He can't get there. Earnhardt pulls away. .44, oh man. I thought Marlin was going to have a nice date with the wall there, take it out for a little fine dining a bit. Didn't happen though, we got lucky. Elliott chasing down Dale Earnhardt. Man, he is right there. Yeah, looks like Elliott's pulled it in. Whoa, we got the 3 and the 9, both of them in the wall. A serious miscalculation. Wow, it's rare that you see 2 championship grade talents make the same mistake in the same turn. Sometimes, you know, you overshoot and you're right behind somebody and you're just watching them. You go straight into the wall. That happens. I'm a victim of doing the same thing. It doesn't matter how good you are. That happens. Indeed. Sterling Marlin will go into second. Now the question is, does Elliott still have the speed in him? Looks like Earnhardt still got speed in him. 40 laps to go here from Charlotte. Ricky Rudd will take the lead. Not take the lead, take second place. Ricky Rudd will take second place. Here comes Alan Kowicki. He's going to try to take third away from Marlin. Doesn't get there. In fact, he overdrives the corner, and now Marlin's going to pull away. Meanwhile, Ricky Rudd's got a very fast car today, it seems. Indeed. We'll see what Rudd can do. 44, way up the track again. Marlin looks like he's really tight through turns 1 and 2. Gotta figure he's getting that run down the straightaway though, going that high up off the track, using the banking to get him down the track, get some extra speed. That's how you do it. Meanwhile, where did Elliott come from? Good Lord. Elliott up into 4th place now. He's not messing around. Absolutely not. Good Lord. He's not messing around. Earnhardt continues to lead here. Looks like this is pretty much your steady state top 4 for now. Though Elliott is definitely coming. Look at this. And that 9 car is wicked fast. He's going to try to get underneath Sterling Marlin here. Now just think about this. Probably without a Dale Earnhardt DNF, Earnhardt's going to end up being the championship after this race. We still have North Wilkesboro. Oh no! Oh no, that's right. We still have North Wilkesboro. That's all I'm going to say. There's plenty of time for Earnhardt to still make a mistake. Speaking of making mistakes, 88 car. Yep. That's all I'm going to say is just 88 car. Elliott to second. Probably Sterling Marlin to third. I mean, Sterling Marlin to second. Look, I am fiddling with my speech so much today. Good Lord. Sterling Marlin trying to take second place. Kawicki potentially trying to find a way to get to third. Elliott has an insanely fast car, though. Man, Kawicki almost touched the wall, and I think Elliott let the 44 go there, knowing that it's not worth battling on that outside line. And indeed, it's not. It's really not worth battling on that outside line. You're going to end up losing anyways, and battling is only going to let that leader girl get out there even further. Which right now, Dale Earnhardt, he's enjoying a pretty sizable lead right now, 2.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Elliott just wants to drive away with second place. Now, I think he's going to finally get it here through turns 3 and 4. We'll see how much resistance Marlin's going to put up. And the answer is a lot. Will they have him cleared going into 1 and 2 here? Barely. They'll certainly have him cleared coming out of the corner. And indeed he will. So Elliott is going to end up getting up off the corner here and getting into second place. Ricky Rudd tried to dive bomb the corner. He's just going to lose the plot. How quick will it be for Elliott to run a Dale Earnhardt down? We'll see. The difference is about 2.5 seconds. So there's 1/1000, there's 2/1000. Earnhardt's around Brett Bodine here. Now here comes Elliott off of turn 4 now. Earnhardt crosses the line. Elliott crosses the line. The gap, 2.3 seconds. And, oh, inches from the wall there was Ricky Rudd. Inches from the wall. 9 inches. Yup. And now Cale Yarborough, oh boy, he's in a predicament there. Oh, we got cars coming down pit road. Elliott the first to come out of the lead lap cars. Well, out of the leaders, I should say. Meanwhile, Cale Yarborough is being such an obstructionist, he might let fellow Oldsmobile driver Sterling Marlin get to the point here, and he will. Marlin to the point here at Charlotte. Ricky Rudd dropping down. He goes to pit road. How much of an advantage are those new tires going to be? I'm not sure what the issue here is, but Cale Yarborough is giving Dale Earnhardt a very, very, very difficult time right now. Look out, Lake. Watch your merge. 44 coming. So I'm sure Sterling Marlin will enjoy these few laps led here at the front of the pack. This should be the last pit stop. These should be the last pit stops of the race. I believe so. Should easily be the last pit stops of the race. Question is, when's the 44 coming down? Earnhardt is losing and losing big. And Earnhardt is going to stay out. I'm not even sure what Earnhardt is doing here or trying to even accomplish. Or what's going on. Because here comes Ricky Rudd now. Yeah, here comes Ricky Rudd right now. I don't know where Elliott is. Now Earnhardt finally drops down. He's going to go to pit road. And I think Ricky Rudd's going to come out as your leader by a long shot. And if Elliott can retain the lead here, it'll be... God, it's going to be the first win for Ricky Rudd in a very, very long time, since at least 1986. I think maybe even since 1985. I don't even remember him winning in 86. Oh, Marlin came out. Oh, look at this. Marlin's going to come out right in front of the 26. Cold tires, though. That's going to make the difference. It's cold tires. Yup. Here comes the 26 down to the inside. And Rudd's still got the lead. How much is Rudd going to fade? How much is Marlin going to fade on the cold tires? We'll see if it makes too much of a difference here. Right now, it looks like it's definitely making a difference. Meanwhile, Elliott is back there. He's trying to put in a Superman performance. Elliott is still very much in this race. Kowicki is still very much in this race. Earnhardt is way down, 10th position, 14 seconds back. Good Lord. If you want to know how much that escapade cost him, that's how much it did. 14.4 seconds down is Dale Earnhardt. Still good enough for the points lead. Yeah, that's true. Now Elliott is driving like a man possessed. He quickly passes Alan Kowicki for the 3rd position. I imagine he's going to try to make quick work here of Sterling Marlin for the 2nd position, but Buddy Baker's getting in the way. That should make it an easy picking here for Elliott going into turn 1. We'll see how much of an obstruction that 44 car is going to be. Answer is going to be not much. And there's a caution. No. No. Who spun out? 29. Caution. Ricky Rudd's the leader back at the line. Why is the 29 on the track? Is he even the one who spun? Yup. Him and AJ Foyt just get together coming up off the corner. And Earnhardt almost ended up not having the points lead there. Man, that was close. Mere inches. We'll see. Is there going to be another batch of pit stops here? No, there will not. Anyways, We're inside 20 laps to go. We're going to have 19 to go when we come to the line. We will have a double file restart here. We're not restarting within 10 laps to go. And Jeff Bodine decides to head down pit road. I think. No? Okay. I don't know what happened to Jeff Bodine. So here's what's gonna go on. Your leader is Ricky Rudd, Bill Elliott second, Sterling Marlin third, Alan Kowicki fourth, Bobby Allison fifth, Kyle Petty sixth, Bobby Hillin Jr. seventh. He got his career best finish of second at this track. AJ Foyt eighth, Dale Earnhardt ninth, Brad Teague 10th, rounding out the top 10. So an interesting complexity to the top 10 right now. Getting some people who we don't usually see. How about this? Both of these Stavola cars in the top 10. You got Bobby Allison and you got Bobby Hillin. That's pretty awesome right there, seeing both of the Miller High Life cars up here. Yep. 5th and 7th respectively. Bobby Allison, of course, a 6-time winner here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Picked up a win here last year, actually. I think it was his 82nd career win. 3rd most all time. Only to David Pearson. And Richard Petty. Anyways, delayed reaction, but green flag is back out. And now Elliott's going to have his chance to pounce on Ricky Rudd. Oh, we got a car blowing up! Sterling Marlin! Good lord. That will change the complexity of this whole race. Not really. I'm just trying to sound dramatic. But I'm really not being dramatic. Anyways, Ricky Rudd, he's currently holding his own here at the front of the pack. Bobby Allison's going to go to 3rd, Kyle Petty to 4th, AJ Foyt to 5th, and we got another caution out, maybe due to the 44. Oh, Buddy Baker going really slow. I guess he spun out. Elliott's gotten back to the lead. Elliott's going to have the lead here, coming up off of turn number 4, coming to the line. Bill Elliott's in the lead. Caution. Should I even ask why? Oh! The 3 legends wrecking there. Cale Yarborough, Buddy Baker, and Richard Petty. All 3 of them in the same pile. That's... And another dead zone in commentary proves I probably shouldn't commentate underneath cautions, but I've got nothing better to do. So Earnhardt's moved up into the 6th position. And that's obviously making things really, really interesting right now. So Earnhardt, we're just going to say that Earnhardt's going to leave this race, unless he ends up wrecking. Earnhardt's going to leave this race with a big points lead. And we'll see how long this caution drags on for, but we should be restarting on lap 74, which will give us 11 laps to go in the race. Which means it'll be the final double file restart we will have in this race. Won't be the final restart, that's no guarantee, but it'll be the last double file restart, because it'll happen on the last lap that double file restarts can happen with 11 to go. Just like that. Man, this is just going to be a crazy, 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 crazy finish. We'll see how this goes on. Will Bill Elliott, the fastest car of the day, be able to hang on and win? Only his 3rd race the entire year. Will Ricky Rudd get his first win in a very long time? Or will Bobby Allison, the king of Charlotte Motor Speedway, get a win here in his swan song season? Should be interesting to see. Your top 10 is going to be Bill Elliott, Ricky Rudd, Bobby Allison, Kyle Petty, AJ Foyt, Dale Earnhardt, Alan Kowicki, Bobby Hillin Jr., Brad Teague, and the sophomore driver Dale Jarrett rounding out the top 10. How about that run from Jarrett? He's been having some surprisingly good runs, and he might actually pass, might even get into the top 25 in standings to guarantee him a ride next year. Green flag is out, 11 laps to go. That top 25 cutoff, man, that is such a crucial thing to have to get yourself guaranteed into at least the first 5 races of next year, and just guaranteed a ride next year in general. Though there have been rumors that Dale Jarrett's actually going to take over for Kelly Yarborough's number 29 team. And I gotta tell you what, that would be awesome to see what Jarrett can do in some upper level equipment, because he's done really well, surprisingly well, in that number 1 machine. Indeed, that's true. Now here comes Ricky Rudd. He's going to make this race really interesting here. Down into corner number 3 he goes. Side by side. Elliott trying to hang on the outside lane. Rudd's got him though. Coming down the front straightaway. 9 laps to go, and there's another yellow flag. Rudd barely beat him to the line. Who spun out? It's AJ Foyt. It's Richard Petty. Was Dale Earnhardt involved? I'm gonna probably give that one a negative. We'll find out. Nope, Earnhardt was well out in front of this debacle. Everything looks okay, though. Well, that is the last. We've already had our last double file restarts, and now we're going to go to single file restarts. Oh boy. Things are going to get really, really, really good. Pace cars still going around the track. Well, we're going to be coming really down close. I think we're going to restart here with 5 laps to go. Like, this isn't really the race that I wanted to start out with, especially with all the difficulties that we've had. But you know what? We'll see just... See just how long this pacement's going to stay up here if we restart with 5 to go or 4 to go. 5 to go? 5 to go when we restart. We're going to restart on lap number 80. Well, whatever happens here, I guarantee you it's going to be an exciting, interesting finish, whatever happens. The top 5, they're going to be starting completely unobstructed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a single file. And then you're going to have Morgan Shepherd in the 57 and Jimmy Means in the 52. Both of those cars are 1 lap down. And then you've got Hillen, Jarrett, Teague, and Bodine. Oh, Hillen, Jarrett, Teague. Bodine is a lap down. And Martin is... No, Bodine's on the lead lap. Martin is a lap down. And then you're going to have Kowicki. And then you're going to have Blake Speed. And then a bunch of lap cars to get back to AJ Foyt. Eventually got that right. Here we go. 5 laps to decide it all. If the caution comes out during this period, it's probably going to mean race over. The green flag is out. Look at this. Both Rudd and Elliott just jump on the start and pull away from everybody. That tells you who has the 2 fastest cars on the track. Right now, it's definitely the 9 of Elliott and the 26 of Rudd. Ricky Rudd trying to hold on for his first win in absolutely forever. Bill Elliott trying to salvage what has been a rather terrible season. Side by side coming off of 4. Rudd, I think, barely led that lap. They're going to give it to Rudd. Earnhardt's gotten into the third position. Don't count him out of this race. Elliott to the point. Oh, Rudd's not going to give up, not by a long shot. He is probably one of the most hard-nosed drivers in NASCAR, if not the hard-nosed driver in NASCAR. This man is an absolute legend. Meanwhile, Earnhardt is closing very quickly from behind. 3 laps to go. Who's going to win between these three? Everyone else far behind. Looks like Rudd lost a lot of momentum through 1 and 2. He's going to have Earnhardt right on his tail through 3 and 4. Rudd slips up. Here comes Earnhardt. 2 laps to go. Elliott's got the lead, but for how long? 2 laps to go. Can Earnhardt reel in the 9 car? I don't think so. I think Elliott's just way too fast. He's had the fastest car all day. I don't see there being any chance of Earnhardt coming back here. This race is all Elliott right now. Earnhardt's going to give it his best shot, though. White flag, 1 lap to go. Doesn't matter what the flag is, we are racing back to the line, folks. We are ending this race underneath the green. Looks like Earnhardt's trying to close in, but just can't get the job done. Elliott's there. Earnhardt's trying to close in, but again, he can't get it done. Bill Elliott has won the Oakwood Homes 500. Earnhardt in second place will put him in a commanding points lead going into the final 4 races. Man. And just like that, the entire complexity man, that's just... what an incredible race. And there you go, and that's how the points it's still very close for this stage in the season, but a DNF by Richmond, a DNF by Wallace, and you can just see how much that cost them in points. It's going to be a very close battle from here on out. No doubt about it. Also, Ricky Rudd is running down Jeff Bodine for 5th in points. And Dale Jarrett, he's cracked the top 20. Get out. He's cracked the top 20, believe it or not. So Dale Jarrett, he's safely inside the top 25 right now. Bodine moves out. I think Lake Speed has moved in. And man, you can see the battle here for the 25th position. That's probably only going to heat up as the season continues. 4 races left here in the Throwbacks. The 1988 Throwbacks. Of course, there will be more to continue. We'll find out who ends up winning this championship later on.